Ouch, ouch. God damn it. I forgot I was cooking up a sandwich here. I'm just heating it up. I'm reheating it. It came from town. And, ouch. God, everything's really hot, and my hot pad is outside. I need more hot pads. And I need them not to be broken because all my hot pads are kind of broken, so I can't hang them up. But, this is all basic equipment. Really, I need a full list of everything that a building needs to be even like a kitchen type 1, a kitchen type 2, where we can name them cuter names than that, like baby kitchen. No, that implies babies. God damn, this is totally hot. Let's get this somewhere else so it will cool down quickly. Right here. Oh, yeah. I think I overcooked it. I might have burned it. People cooking food should be focused on cooking the food, or they should be right next to it. Kitchens have to be designed better. I wonder if you could design a kitchen more like a really comfortable space. I guess they do that in houses where, part of the kitchen people are cooking, and then there's like an island, and people can sit on the other side of the island, and they can enjoy talking with the person. That's pretty cool stuff. Well, my day has changed considerably. I was planning to do an interview with my friend to make a crowdfunding effort for some medical needs he has. And but it turns out he came ready to work. We're going to work on today is seeds primarily, and we're also going to clear some plants around a building that I might go live in, or I probably will. And all the trails are grown over. There's just burrs and seeds and branches and sticks, and plants have taken over pathways. It's just sub-ideal, suboptimal. Um, uh, and we're going to collect seeds out of this garden over here. We're doing that every week because there's new seeds every week. Also, he brought me some raspberries. In Spanish, I think that's frambuesa. Frambuesa. A fresa is a strawberry or a kind of spoiled, fashionable young person. Uh, these raspberry seeds, then, we don't know how to germinate those very well. And I did look it up while he was here. And luckily, the web can tell me everything. I don't even have to go look at a book. It's great. Check out the damage on my sandwich here. I left it too long. Yep, it is burned. Okay. Yep, it's all burned on the bottom like this. It's all black. I'm just going to eat that. I'm so hungry. So we're going to try some of them in the lodge because we want to have a hotter temperature. We want to warm them up. And it wants about like 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 15.6 degrees Celsius, centigrade, something like that. Celsius or centigrade? I don't know. And we're going to try some in buckets. The most important thing we're going to do is we're going to try them in terrariums. It's a really good idea. Check out this great morning hair. Oh man, I wish it was like that all the time. That would look hilarious. uh, and we're going to try them in terrariums because we have had great luck with those with a lot of really difficult seeds. I have some kind of terrariums, and a lot of them have broken tops, or it's just not ideal. And I would like to have just 20 of them sitting in this particular spot, right? And it's one particular project. It's on the porch of the lodge, and that's because it gets great summer. It gets great sunrise light, and then it gets some in the morning. But then after that, it just gets a lot of radiated light, and so it gets heated up really early in the morning, which is great for seeds that want a little more heat. It's too cold here, so I need to get like 20 of those. Each one's going to cost a bunch of money. What I need to do is just take a terrarium to town, or I can just describe it. I can just draw it up. Get them done in like reasonable sizes, probably, a foot by a couple feet, and then have them actually lined up so they're really easy to water and spray and take care of. And then we could track every seed we put into those terrariums and have it a name for every terrarium. Maybe just a letter, but we could just use a bunch of words. It's unlikely I'll have more than 24 terrariums at first, so we could just start with letters, and then we could just write on there a letter that starts, a word that starts with that letter. It'd be fun. Oh, no. Little dog is kind of learning. Like right now, why don't you go up to bed? Go up to bed. All right, I'll go up to the fucking porch because the dog is like looking for my phone and I'm recording into it. I never use it as a phone, so I don't really think of it as a phone. In fact, for me, this is not my phone really. It's my camera. It's my webcam, something. Okay, she's going nuts. She's going in circles because she's so excited about getting some of my sandwich. And I don't like to give her food outside of her bowl. But I'm actually going to make, as part of the culture here, a pretty strong rule: don't feed the dogs. And I'm going to have to tell some of my nicer friends that because they like to do it. Or what's more accurate, only feed them after we've talked about it and you understand why I care about that. Feed them things I want fed to them and not things I don't. And it's nice up here. Tiny bit more sun up here too. Oh man, this is nice. Right here is where the sun is. This is awesome. Wait, burned sandwich is not as good as unburned sandwich. I've learned these things over time. So little dog is learning to come inside sometimes when she's cold in the morning, but she's still not quite bright enough to understand that she's quaking with cold, absolutely quaking with it. And she wants to be near me, and I'm outside, so that's inconvenient. She's still near me now, but at least she's out of a little bit of wind. She should go somewhere sunny. I'm going to stick her in the bed. Let's go to the bed. She's a little bit dirty on her feet. That's okay. I'm dirty all over. Not really. I just took a shower recently. Come here, honey. Come on. Oh, the bed is nice. All right, let's get up here. Get over there. Yeah, happy dog. Now you can kind of be in a little bit of sunshine. Yeah, my sandwich is gone. It's far away. Oh, this is a tragedy. Okay, stay in the bed. Stay in the bed or you're going to get cold. Natural consequences. I opened up all the windows so the cold air is now pouring in here. And so the warmest place she's got to be is quickly becoming not so warm. That is difficult for her. Oh, I gotta soak in that first light of the sun. I don't know if we can really call this first light anymore. I have 4 eggs. I eat one of them today, I think. I do wonder what would happen if you took a torta and you put it in a blender. Just blended it up and then drink it. Sounds disgusting. It might be really good. Tortas are good. Mm, very good torta. Mm, except for me burning it. Tell her you're cold. Go to bed. She can't get on the bed by herself, but she does have a blanket she can go to. Mice actually eat through my Ethernet cables. I think one of my tasks, well, my tasks are all changed for today, right? I was going to do this other project, but now I'm just going to go down, take some pictures of some guys working here, Chelino being one of them, and take pictures of them collecting seeds and planting stuff in pots and the terrariums. I haven't really done a lot of video with the terrariums because it did take quite a few years before we had successes with those. And I don't know if they'll be good for the raspberries or not. And it doesn't matter. I'm going to try it anyway. I just want to try everything everywhere. And, I'll read about what the official word is on how things work, but I just don't agree. It depends on your climate. It depends on so many factors. Depends on how old your seeds are. Depends on whether or not it likes to be stratified, which means chilled. I don't know why they don't just say chilled. You give it chill hours, the seed, so that it will germinate because it's not from this area. Now, in this case, I doubt that, like, for example, raspberries falling on the ground would germinate. I sincerely doubt it. Oh, I get some water. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Look how beautiful this is. Look at that beautiful stained glass. I have seen that since I was 4 years old. No, probably 5. I don't know. Things were a little shorter then, and I didn't always know what's going on. But I remember a guy in Tacoma, Washington made it, and I was there when they made it. Or I was there when he was done or something. My mom took me there. Even the water in my house. How dirty are you? Okay, you can come up. There we go. Get on the bed. You want to go on the covers? Go into the covers. No, don't attack me. Nope, not playing. No play. No playing. Right. Yeah, let's be mellow. I know we were just mellow all night sleeping, but that's why I need warm places. Well, once I move to the lodge, actually, she's going to have a huge building to play around in. One of the things I really think I should do is set up either right outside the door or even inside the house, like a litter box almost. I mean, she is the size of a cat. And if I could actually get her to only poo, who I have an idea to, I don't know how to make that. She could poo on a thing full of sawdust and it would dry out really quick because I intend to keep that building pretty warm. And it does get quite a bit of airflow. So things are going to dry out in there really well. And so her poo would just dry out in this big box of sawdust with high edges so she doesn't knock stuff out of it and maybe some weird ramp to get into it. I don't know. But dogs are naturally predisposed to poo in particular places. They're not disgusting beings, you know. And so basically, I could litter box trainer, I guess is what it's called. Um, who knows? Maybe I should even buy some cat litter box stuff in case it has something weird in it that only works with cats. So maybe it wouldn't work. Where's my everything? Oh man. All right, she's in the bed. Good. Stay in the bed. It's just painful to watch her sit there shivering. But up here, I guess if I have a place near her, she's happy enough, you know. So that's good. Oh. So what else am I going to do today? Well, I can continue my process of moving to the lodge, which means all I have to do is make a bed down there, clear a desk, move any objects I need there to survive, which is a great question because I got a bunch of junk up here. What is it I actually need to survive and how can I do well during one night, you know? Sunshine directly on my face. Beautiful thing. It actually warms me up pretty well. Already ditched my hat, my hoodie. This is my alpaca hood here. It's awesome. Has pockets. Looks like the guys have made a fire down at the lodge, which is fantastic. I did forget to ask them for a couple things I want around there. Like I have some firewood, but I need kindling and I need resin chips to start fires with. With the right materials, it's easy to make a fire. With the wrong materials, it is much harder. And it's even harder if you're not used to it. I'm pretty used to it. So, you know, I can balance the air and the combustible material and the wind and, you know, reflecting heat upon itself to make a little chamber almost that heats up wood enough to start going, really going. So, and then I got to figure out where I'm going to empty the ashes of that fireplace out at, because ashes do have value. People should not put the hot ashes, which, first of all, don't clean out a hot fireplace. Just don't do it. If it has ashes and coals still in there, then wait till it cools down and clean it out. And pick times to clean it out, you know. Because I don't like having a whole bunch of ashes in the fire. They tend to spill over the edge of the hearth, and it's not good. And then I could have them cool down completely, and then they could go in plastic buckets. But really, what I want to have is on the porch a metal tin, probably an oval metal tin, and it can be reserved just for ashes. It's fine. Could have a top on it or not. I prefer things have tops, especially on that porch, because bats poo on everything. A lot of factors to things. It's very difficult. Let's be disgusting again. Let's do it. I hate smoking so much. Makes me wonder why I do it. I probably need to decide what to do with my beard. It appears that a dark mustache is growing right here. I can shave it all off again, but it's cold out, you know, and every little, you know, even a quarter inch of stuff on your face helps a lot. So I think I'm just going to let it grow out and see how it goes. I did shave off the sides right here, made a different look, made a video, took a picture. I don't know what I did. And sorry, am I blowing smoke in your face? Oh, your face is over here. Cigarettes don't smell good. They're too expensive. I'm against them. They don't even give you anything beneficial, really. They're just a waste of time. There's something to do with your hands. Nervous habit, and I have been nervous lately. Nervous about a lot of things. But if I can just kick ass every day, or even most days, I'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, so on the weights thing, I don't like having a lot of equipment, right? I've got these cool weights. Here's one. It's blue. It is 5 pounds probably. It was bought in the United States, so 5 probably means pounds. It certainly is not 5 kilos. That would be more. So they're really lightweight, but my body's still too weak. I got to strengthen it up, you know? And I think what I'm going to have done is probably even in town, because I know some guys with a lathe, and they seem real smart. I got to write this down, and I have no notebook. This is terrible, and I don't watch these videos. Oh well. I guess anything on YouTube will get transcribed, and one of the to-do items would be to go through and pull that transcription out, download it, fix it, and then send it to me so I can update the subtitling. It used to be that YouTube would accept submissions for subtitles. They removed that feature, probably because people were fucking around with it. I don't know. If it can be fucked with, it will be. That appears to be the case in this world. This does not belong here. This belongs up here. No, down here. None of these things belong where they are. I would say none of them. Zero on this porch. Nothing belongs here where it is, except my cool pea funnel. My pea thing goes into a garden over there. It's really great. It's a brilliant invention. It would solve problems all around the world, especially with like bars and stuff. There should be alcoves, in bars that dudes can just walk in and pee that are super well ventilated and they dry out really well. That'd be tough, but yeah, try and reduce the humidity in there so that anything that spills gets dried up, and then make the entire little closet-like room. You just stand in like a little stall, and then make it so you can just spray it down with water, especially like twice a year. And then we could disinfect it other times of the year with alcohol spray, something like that. Have a drain so you can drain it, and that could all drain out into gray water pretty much. It's just a little bit of spill. And the pea itself goes under the ground. It becomes a garden. It's the ultimate solution. I did read a while ago that one of those rapper guys was going to make what do you call it? Urine garden or something? Pea's such a much a nicer word than urine. They're both fine, but pea's short. I forget what person that was, but I should look that up and send that guy a note with my designs and draw up, how these could fit in with larger, more normal-looking houses too. Because the problem is I'm a bad example of a lot of stuff because people just don't want to live this way. It's uncomfortable. But with the right collection of systems, with the right use of energy built into the system, built into the culture, built into everything we touch and move, we can easily create a system that uses under 15% the energy. Okay, that's a little bit ambitious, but it can be done. And where everybody's energy use just goes plummeting down, but their satisfaction of life, their comfort, their interactions with other people improve a lot. That can be done with written philosophy of stating what the philosophy and culture of the space is, propaganda to support it with videos because people like videos. They'll watch videos. I'm not sure. I'd have to do reading tests on people. I realize some people just didn't get educated. That's fine. I'm totally sympathetic. But for people who can read, for people who were educated and they could do it, and I think school almost teaches them not to, you know, because they have them write all these papers that no one reads. That's dumb. We're a connected world now, very connected, super connected. And, you know, I want to hear everybody's opinions about everything. Doesn't matter whether I agree with them or not at all. In fact, I prefer they don't. Sometimes I talk to people and I can still teach them stuff and I can still learn stuff. But if we already kind of know the same stuff too much, it limits my ability to learn. And also, it's harder to teach because they don't have the framework to understand a lot of things I'm saying. So I have to start real basic. I don't like to talk about basic things. I want to talk about the edges, the tricky things. And so, uh, huh. I guess how I talk to somebody who I share terminology with and who probably agrees with a lot of my basic premises is very different than how I would talk to somebody who doesn't know anything about that. In most of those cases where we don't have a shared point of contact for learning, but we may have an interest, I mostly just want to listen and ask questions. And also, I'm willing to do my research before a conversation, especially for things like, webcam discussions and things like that. I think everybody in that conversation, let's say it was four people talking on the screen, it was like a webcast. Uh, I want to talk about things that we all have interest in. And this is one of the reasons I need to have topics kind of laid out ahead of time. And I can get those by reading about anything the person has published. One of the reasons I don't really like to talk to people who don't have anything online. I have nothing to respond to. We're just shooting in the dark. We're just getting to know each other. Let's just have a boring chit chat, almost as boring in this kind of rambly meta video here. Um, and I think four people is a great number for that. But we all got to be on the same page. I don't want to waste my time. I want people to be smart and be able to bounce ideas around and do it in a real nice way. I don't understand people who get all upset when someone disagrees with their point of view. The whole world disagrees with the rest of the world's point of view. Everyone is minority. And there's some really, cultures that we don't want to live in the world right now. And sometimes some people focus on historical tragedies that have occurred and historical wrongdoing. We can read about that. We can study it. We can feel bad about it all over the whole world. And that gets us nowhere. So we got to work from where we're at with what we got. We have to work together with forgiveness and constantly promoting better ways of living if we can figure out what those are, which I hope I'm doing. Even though I don't want people to have to live like I do, I want some of the principles I'm living by to be implemented into the regular infrastructure of towns and cities and lifestyles, values, interactions, all of it. And we essentially have to build a world knowing what the world is going to become like. Like we can see the trajectory now. We can see that we're destroying our own ability to survive. That's not very good. So we can fix that. Where's my notebook? God damn it, I need some small nails. Not real small. Here's one. Oh, it's a very nice size of nail. Look at that. I could stick it somewhere and then hang stuff on it. Maybe even my camera. I don't know if no, that's not going to work. But I got lots of stuff. Anything that can be hung should be hung. A couple jokes you could make there, but I'll let you do those on your own. I'm too ambitious in some ways. But if I just work on the things I can do right around me today, set aside some planning for the future, but I live too far in the future. I live in a world that I think will exist. I'm a pioneer in low-tech collection of all these ancient ways that we survived well, and from civilizations that actually many of them did very, very well for a while, and with a lot of mistakes along the way if they did survive, you know. Well, it's now some time. I've been talking for 30 minutes now, and this is my second time going live today, I believe. It's time to pretty soon change my clothes, start walking around using the light. I have some geek stuff to do too, which pretty soon I'll get started. Just copying the old files that I haven't posted yet is 700 and something gigabytes, and I just bought a 1 terabyte hard drive. So that is then going to be 3/4 full already. That's one of the reasons I'm doing these live videos, is because I don't really have enough hard disk space to support doing things the way I was doing them before. Ideally, all these videos would get downloaded, and that's pretty easy to do. And ideally, I would choose ones and say, yeah, you can use this one. You can reproduce it in its entirety, or you can edit it. And probably I should just go ahead and allow for both those. I could be afraid of putting myself online that much, but it's a little late for that. I've already put myself out there, and so we'll just see. So what is it now? Probably a little after 8 is my guess. 8 a.m., early December. Seems really late to get things going. That's why I got to have better equipment to light up the night in some places, have places indoors, have work lights so we can start work early in the morning, physical work, but have like rechargeable LED lights so we can light up an area and work on a project, even before the sun comes up. We can be all set. It's also a great time of the day to do physical work because you get warmed up real quick then. Like right now, I'm just standing on the porch, but I guarantee you if I was out there macheting or digging or doing anything, not only would it benefit the place, but it would benefit my body, and it would also make me feel like I am having a real physical impact on the rest of the world. My primary impact will come through my ideas, of course, but if you don't implement your ideas, how do you know they're right? How do you know they work for you? How do you even know you like them? You don't. And other people might not like them, or they may not work in a particular climate. A solution in one place is just not a solution in another place. A solution for one person is not a solution for another person, which is one of the reasons I'm absolutely dedicated to above a baseline of really pretty hardcore culture, really cultural redevelopment. Above that, we can still pick lots of stuff that is the richest parts of cultures all around the world, with massive amounts of freedom, with massive amounts of acceptance of how other people are, that we don't all have to dress the same, we don't have to talk the same, we don't have to all believe the same thing. But here, there's a base of things we all got to believe. And that's true for the whole world. If we don't change how we believe about the world and how we care for it, we die. That's it. I'd like to say that in some other way. I'd like to say it'll take this long or whatever. It's already messed up. And I'll tell you how it gets more messed up. My country, where I come from, has been messing up for a long, long time. And I know everybody likes to focus on what's going on right now. But no, let's look at the overall direction. Let's look at, I could go on for hours about this, but, there's no real money system. It's all set up for oppression. People own less and less. The United States has just been screwing up for so long. How come we had a 2-decade war that we weren't supposed to be in? It's a very bad idea for us to be in all these wars. I'm against it. But there's a billion other things too that we're messing up on. Current U.S. administration is messing up. Past presidential administration messed up. I can't believe the low quality of most of the people. I still want to see a smart, kind, thoughtful, data-driven, science-driven, polite people in theoretical power, although I really want to reduce the total amount of power the state has. For example, we shouldn't be able to kill people all around the world without declaring war. There's real clear things about this in base law of the United States. But so we just redefine things and make up terms. And, I don't really think the U.S. has a Department of Defense. Hardly. It has a Department of Offense. It's very clear. And with as many guns as it has, we could, the United States would be very hard to actually attack. And so a lot of our work around the world is to make sure that U.S. people have a high standard of living, at least some of them, and that they can extract resources from around the world at favorable trades with people who don't even own the resources. Because I really think a people owns its own resources, and that's it's the inherent nature of the commons. I mean, if you have some mineral or some energy system within your environment and somebody starts extracting it, you can pretty much guarantee it's going to be somebody powerful who's going to destroy that land because they don't live on it, they don't care about it long term, and they care about making money now. And that's subsidized by a lot of systems, and it's very contaminating. It's very bad. So living on less is actually more fulfilling and better. It isn't for me right now because my place is still too rustic. That's one of the reasons the project has not been successful, is because it's not very relatable. Um, Especially, travelers want to relax, even if they say they want to help you. Nah. Some will, some will. But I need real specific plans on that. I can't just have people hanging out and having a good time while I'm working my ass off. I ain't doing it anymore. So, so I guess the sun is up enough now. How long has the sun been up? Probably about 2 hours, over 2 hours now. Now today is a really nice day because the sun comes right up. Other days it's cloudy out and the mornings are a little chillier. But the rules are still the same. Get out and move. Get out and move. You have light to walk around. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, what am I actually getting done today? Okay. I will load the van with laundry. I will take my delicate goods, like my alpaca sweater of wonderfulness, and I'll take it to the lodge. And that's my goal. Start to move into the lodge. It's going to take me a couple days probably. But maybe if I did a really good job today, I could make enough to just comfortably make it through the night with a massive fire and my computer. And I can finally keep a better eye on the battery system down there. I'm 200 yards from the battery system, and it's up a ladder. I can't get up. And there is a box, a magic box inside the building, which tells me the voltage of the batteries. And I need to know that. Although I already know what I'm going to find. Those batteries are dying. And I'm probably every night pushing them to their absolute limits and damaging them more. But it's too late. They're dead. And so now it's just a matter of, especially since I've got a few other things I've figured out that are critical, it's just a matter of doing a little bit more research and then getting 8 really heavy batteries from a place I can get them. Lots of people talk to me about bringing batteries in from the United States, where they talk to me about, some kind of a perpetual motion machine that they want to come here and build, even though they can't make that work anywhere else. And I don't buy it. I do believe in the, was it fourth law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics? I guess I don't know my laws of thermodynamics pretty well, or very well. But energy comes from somewhere. You don't get it from nowhere. You see a lot of bullshit on the internet about people making up that they can create energy out of water or some kind of magnetism. Those folks need to study more physics. And if they really want to prove it works, great. I'm willing to look at videos. I'm willing to read stuff. But it's got to be really well justified. I guess I could walk around my place and figure out what's going down. Yeah, I can do it. I don't know if I have any place down there that is mouse free. Oh, I've got a tiny one. I've got a tiny one off the kitchen. But it's already full of, dishes and stuff. I need a whole cabinet that is mouse proof in there. Even if I win against the mice, which I will somehow. I could try to go down there and hook up to internet and see how it goes. I could do that. It would give me more confidence it actually works. And that'd probably speed up my move down there. Oh, man. what those bells mean. Sometimes they go for a while. Sometimes I think maybe that just marks a time. Maybe it's 8 o'clock. Although you think they do it 8 times. Oh, then during some of the times they do it 12 times, which is a lot. I should record. I should have a calendar right here, and I should record every time those bells ring because they ring in different towns at different times and different days of the week, like Sunday. If there's parties, some days there's a bunch of rockets at an ungodly hour of the morning. Just kind of got to accept that around here. I've almost come to like it. Not quite. It does seem like a waste of money, but it does work. It sends out a signal. Wake the fuck up. Something's going on. There's a party. It's a special day. Something like that. Beautiful hummingbird just went by. Guess I got to change out of my pajamas, which in this case is 4 layers on my upper body and a pair of sweats and some socks. Pretty limited. God, that sun feels so good. Oh my God. I feel like a lizard. Crap ton of stuff to do still, but knocking them off. I think keeping good lists is really critical. Really critical to organizing your life. I slept great last night. I did not sleep great the night before. It was a horrible night. I didn't sleep a wink. Not one. Last night I took a sleeping pill as soon as it got dark. And then I took another sleeping pill at 3 a.m. when I woke up. Worked out great. I don't feel groggy. Ready to kick ass. Gotta sleep. Gotta sleep. I still have to write up very specifically ways in which people can visit. And one of the ways is a day visit. I want to say exactly how that works. I want it in writing and I want a video. It says, oh, you're coming to the Bosque. Therefore, here's the things you have to think about. Your transportation, your time of arrival, where you're parking, which is hard to figure out right now because I only have one vehicle here. At the moment, there's two, but what foods to bring to make yourself happy. Bring me a bottle of wine or something if you want. I've had some nice times lately sitting out at the view, shooting the shit with a guy. He's a local dude, speaks English. And it's been real nice talking with him, actually. Conversation wanders. I feel like I'm a social person again, which I have not had that many opportunities in many years to be social. And really, I haven't had the opportunity to be social in my favorite way since I moved here. I just need to do that for my mental health. The actual Bosque itself, I actually want to formalize it more and more. I want to get grants and all that and get more support and have a lot of activities going on here that other people as well as me are also documenting. Because I can't document. I get a small group of people here. I can't document them all. They're doing cool shit, some of them. I hate cigarettes. I got one cigarette left. Can I smoke it now? Get rid of it? Save myself from future cigarette pain? Should I throw it out? Probably. That would be the smartest thing to do, wouldn't it? If this video does ever get downloaded and edited, preferably, it might be nice to cut out the parts where I go off camera to blow my nose. Or not. I don't really care. Got a snotty nose in the cold morning. Got a snotty nose when there's too many pollens out. I'm just a snotty guy. It's been the problem all my life. At least I could breathe better than I could when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was sick and couldn't breathe. Almost died. Sucked. Skinny little weirdo. All right, well, I guess I got to change and go do stuff. Yep, I'm going. That was 34 minutes and 14 seconds so far. I do want to thank people, as always. I look around my life and I find objects that people have given to me, and there's been actually a lot of support over the years. And whether it was a apparatus I needed after the accident, or some little electrical device, some of which I've had use for right away, and some of which I haven't. People have given me shoes. People have given me clothing. In fact, most of the clothing I'm wearing right now, well, some of it's really, really old, but I wear clothing people give me, and that's very helpful actually because it's cold here, and it's not really a climate where you can just wander around naked like a noble savage. Yeah. A friend of mine's bringing down some things to give to people here. One of those is good day packs. Day packs they sell around here suck. They're low quality. And up in the U.S., where it's wealthier, thrift stores have nice day packs because somebody switched to another day pack, and that day pack became not interesting to them. So cheap thrift store stuff from the U.S. is actually really handy, and I do need to make a list of everything people should bring or not bring. So the day trip is one thing. That's actually the easiest one to define. The overnight is really hard for me, and I almost prefer people stay somewhere else and then just come in for the day. Setting up for an overnight is very difficult. If people were camping or if they have a sleeping bag, then I don't have to do bedding. You know, my places are mostly unfurnished. It's camping out. It's still tough. And I still want to build comfortable spaces. But that's going to take a massive amount more success or massive funding. And I'm still looking for that. I know there's lots of people out there with lots of money who are wondering, like, what can they do in the world that's any good? Because I've seen a bunch of them do cool stuff, you know? They donate to things. There's been donations to even things like Burning Man, which is, whether you call it a festival or not, for most people, it's just a festival. Even though there's a lot of other philosophies that have influenced a lot of people, and it's a pretty great thing. And then other people who have bought land and put it into conservation status, which is one of the things I would like to do. And so I do wonder if those kind of people that want to protect land, that want biodiversity, if any of those either organizations or individuals would want to fund this place at a larger level. Because I've thought about doing a crowdfunding effort for here that would include, you know, a lot of infrastructure that's actually needed to live with less infrastructure, but comfortably. And I would probably include with that a new vehicle, which right there jacks the cost way up. You know, I'm thinking about numbers like $300,000, you know, and then I can start to do things like negotiate to get the road fixed up, because right now access is still very questionable. And I can buy critical equipment that is illustrations of different energy systems that help people when they're here. I can once again have more tools and activities so that people learn hands-on. I can also have infrastructure and people available to do things like editing videos about very specific topics about how we can live differently, not just as some weirdo out in the forest, but, you know, some weirdo in the city. Because you can live in the city and use far less energy. It is possible. I failed to do that in Seattle because it would have cost me a bunch. I had an old house and it was drafty, and, you know, it eventually got destroyed because it just wasn't worth it to keep alive. It's very unfortunate since it was a 1901 house and I had lots of fun in it. A lot of other people had fun in it. And I named it Fay Abbey. I still have the sign Fay Abbey, which was engraved by a guy named David Rigmeyer, who I worked with at Microsoft Press a long time ago. It's a part of Microsoft that publishes books. I don't think they exist anymore. I think they outsourced a lot of that. But yeah, real nice guy. He invited me out to his place, and this is a long, long time ago, very long time ago. And he had a thing that burns signs into wood, and so he made me one that said Fay Abbey. I still got it, hanging right outside this building. Maybe I should call this Fay Abbey South, or maybe it's just Fay Abbey, you know, because Fay Abbey goes where I go, I guess. Although I certainly want to create spaces that live beyond me, you know, to create a space and to run it, and have partners who help you run it and have that all work out well and have it be financially viable and have it be flexible so that you can change goals when you need to. so that you fit in with the climate, so that you're not fighting nature and you're not fighting people because you have this baseline of ethics and baseline of social agreements. And I've seen so many groups get together over and over and over, and they just become colossal disasters. And people who loved each other before, then they hate each other. And they could have figured some of these things out earlier on, like have an outline of all the different viewpoints they have, and then determine whether or not they wish to work on that project. And if there's anything I've done okay at, it's describing what this project is about. Unfortunately, those descriptions are in big, long videos, and they're somewhat rambly, right? But I kind of want to clip out pieces on different topics, snap them together, and then redo those so they're better organized. Because I do have a lot of ideas related to other ideas. I mean, that's what everything's related to everything else ultimately. I'm not going to say everything is one, because it's clearly not one. We do not refer to everything as one. We think that tree is over there and this tree is over here. One person is one person, another person is a different person. You know, this microclimate's not the same as that one. Social rules don't always apply the same. They don't apply the same in any group. Businesses have their culture, clubs have their culture, subcultures have their cultures, uh, neighborhoods have their cultures, small towns have their cultures. And I say cultures plural because it's always a disservice, in my opinion, to uh, try and simplify a culture into one set of values and then claim these are the official values of that subgroup of whatever kind of people, whatever demographic, whatever area of the world. I believe that we can come up with ethics we all believe in worldwide, and we can actually socially enforce those upon each other. Best place to do that, of course, is locally, since most of the world doesn't listen to my words. They will listen to yours. A different world will listen to your words. So borrow what you want, disagree with what you want, but try and do it with immense love and respect for other people. We come from different places. We just do. We have severe language conflicts, you know, around the world. Those are probably reducing a little bit. You know, I'm doing my part by learning one language, so I know two, and that's probably all I'm going to learn. It's plenty for here. I don't need to learn Farsi or Arabic or Chinese or Japanese. Although it would be cool, but like Chinese seems hard to me. I don't know. I'm not going to learn any language where all the young people are learning English, uh, except maybe Prepicha. I tried it once. It's a local indigenous language. It's kind of a cool language, and I failed that class by not going back. It sucked. Uh, I'll try again. I wish there was a better, this would be cool actually, better online resources for learning Prepicha, both to benefit people who are from here and hopefully won't lose their language that they already have exposure to, and that they know old people who speak it fluently, and they could do real well. And I think language support for that would be good. Some of the schools here do teach Prepicha, which is awesome, but I don't know if there's a lot of resources online or anything. And people are getting phones now, so anybody who really wants to learn Prepicha could do a better job with technological support. Although, really, to learn a language, you got to go speak it, in my opinion. For my own thinking right now, I'm very busy with a lot of other survival issues, so it's not top of my priority list. But I could make a list online of like different online resources, and I have like a dictionary, a small dictionary. I believe that is on paper, which is bad. Paper's bad. Oh, it feels so good. All right, am I going to quit this and do something useful? Maybe I'll just stand around looking at my big mess. It's like I don't even know where to start. Okay, no, I do know where to start. It is get myself to the lodge. That's it, right there. How can I do that? Well, I can go down to the lodge and look at what I need, and I can look around here and see what I need from here. I guess I'll do that, make a list. Also, I still have to prep up for what I thought was my task today, making a crowdfunding thing for a friend of mine. But I guess we'll work on that another day. Maybe by the end of today, I can have a list of what I need from him, because I can't do it myself. I need his help. I need to interview him off camera at first, on camera later, and talk about who he is and talk about his family far away in California, talk about his work history, talk about his dreams. And I bet you it's a little scary. I mean, I know all about breaking your legs. I'm now an expert on breaking your femur in both places, in two places on both legs. Uh, and so I know mobility problems can be tough. The advantage he has is he already has a home that's comfortable and he's got people to help him out. So if we can help him out with crowdfunding, he can actually get it done. Without that, he can't get it done. That's a big expense. For that crowdfunding effort, I'm thinking around $20,000. I may increase that as I find out what the costs on the surgery is, but I think he could do it with that. Um, and I'll try and write up, what that would go to. So I'm just avoiding doing things today. All right. I was raring to go. Am I still raring to go? Yeah, still raring to go. All right. I'll take you with me for now. My battery's low, though. And I got to plug in all my stuff. To recharge. Oh, man. I'm tired already. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's tempting to go back to bed, but no way. No way am I doing that. All right. Need real shoes, real shorts. I have many pairs of cargo shorts. And despite what anyone tells you, cargo shorts are absolutely awesome. I need better equipment. Like, I think don't phones have like little tripods and stuff you can use with them? I thought they did. I saw in some video some lady was making. She had a light ring, a light ring around her camera, which gives her excellent lighting. It's a big circle, and in the middle of it, this was just while she was moving her camera around, I could see it because I'm super interested in how people film better, and I want to think of all the details on how they can film better. It's little tricks and stuff, and equipment is certainly one of the things that does matter if you want to be really productive. A simple phone will do it, and I do things in real simple ways currently, but I'd rather do them in smarter ways. So, all right, I'll do one thing before I get out of here. Okay, I got a pen. My notebook's down there. I need keys. Where are my keys? Oh, they're in my bag, probably. That's good. Now, I think the best thing is to go down to the lodge and figure out what's already there. It's already pretty well stocked. It's the best stocked place in the whole place. My place sucks. Everything in my place sucks. Okay. Put on my sandals. Oh, man. Okay. My computer says something happened and your PIN isn't available. Click to set up your PIN. I already had a PIN set up, but I changed the memory in that, somebody else changed the memory in that laptop. And then it seems to now be in some, like yesterday I couldn't get into it because of BitLocker, which I have to figure out if that ever happens again, which it probably will, how to deal with that. I did deal with it. I looked stuff up and entered stuff until I found my information. All right. All right, let's do this. Sign-in options. Where's my glasses? There's no mouse. I need a mouse. I need to plug this. Where is it? God damn it. It's right here. New hard drive. Plug it in. Okay, done. Log in. Once I get my systems set up, I want to make sure I protect them really well against other people changing them. I don't like when people move stuff around here. What are these keys? These keys do not have, or do they? Nope, they do not have a lodge key on it. All right, that sucks. Too many keys, totally disorganized. Sign in options, okay. PIN or Microsoft account password. I'm going to try my PIN. Do I have internet? Yes. All right, well, that did not work. Like, I need mouse over shit on these. Microsoft account password. Okay. See if that works. It did work. Well, that is amazing. All right. Now I go over. I click on my paused massive copying of files. It's going to take another 2 hours and 50 minutes. I had to pause it because I ran out of electricity last night. Or I knew I was going to run out, so I quit before. Okay, it's now copying. Excellent. About to have a bunch of space. So happy. Making progress. Oh, yeah. All these tiny electrical problems will go away, especially as I set up this building for different kind of use. One problem is it's really hard to share this floor that I'm on because it's so creaky. It was basically built in a really cheap way. And let's turn this on. Let's turn this on. Let's turn this off. And what is this? This is stupid. I'll just leave it there. It's fine. Stupid. Stupid. Maybe I'll take some of these little candles down to the little lodge. I just bought these new candles that are great. I think they're used for religious stuff. Because in the candle thing came this little card right here, which has, oh, it says on the back, Oración de la Santa Trinidad. Saint Trinity? Blessed is Santa Trinidad, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Oh, the Trinity, right. The Holy Trinity or something. Three distinct people and just one God, just one true God, which is a little weird. It's a little bit polytheistic, but not quite, and it's kind of confusing, actually. But Christianity is as weird as every other language. I mean, every other religion. And more stuff like that. Oh, so this is supposed to be the Holy Trinity. Oh, that's supposed to be God. I thought it was like a saint. The Holy Spirit is up above as a bird, and then Jesus is probably Jesus right there. And then four cute little cherubs. I don't know what cherubs even mean. Like, why are babies frolicking about peeing in fountains? Okay, I got one candle. I want two candles. I like these little tiny candles way better than big ones. The big ones, like this one, like look at this one. It's just burning weirdly. It's all got wax in the sides, and it still works, but not very well. All right. So that computer's trapped there. I'm going to go for a nice morning walk. Check out my other space. Where are my keys at? Oh, I don't feel like loading the whole van up with everything I'm not even sure I need. Oh, yeah. Hello, puppy. Good. She's sitting in the sunshine. She's slowly learning what's comfortable and isn't. You know what she needs is she needs a blanket right there, like a little bed right there. Right now, if her blanket was over there, she could be sitting on her blanket instead of on the cold floor. and then she would be happier. Let's make the puppy happy, okay? Puppy happy. Look, there's her blanket. It's in the sun. I throw the blanket on the floor, and this huge wave of dust goes up. All right, what shirt am I wearing? Okay. Excuse me while I denudify my upper body. I guess I don't have to denudify my whole upper body. Ugh. All right. This shirt sucks because it has a spot for a pen right here and then a little pocket right here and no pocket over here. So I can't even fit my phone in it, which is what I tend to do. So I use this as pajamas now. Also, it's all frazzled on the edges. A bunch of my clothes are, slowly falling apart. But luckily, people over the last few years, some years actually, have occasionally sent me clothing, brought it to me. One lady even sent a whole box of clothes down. I think some of them were ones that her husband wasn't into anymore. So I'm not very particular about clothing, although it would be fun to explore, if we're going to live a more survival lifestyle, if we're going to live a lower energy lifestyle where we have less comfortable places simply because we're not using as much energy to crank them up to these elevated temperatures, right? That's very decadent to be able to do that. It's also very decadent to be able to cool it down. I understand why people do it. I did it in a colder climate. And in a hotter climate, I would occasionally want to have, well, if I lived there, I would definitely want it. I would want some air conditioning. Although when I've gone to the beach, I go in, oh, okay, cool, I've got that. That's great. Which is a wireless router that I'll need down there. All right. I do not appear to have the keys I need. Nope, they're down there. See this wad of keys right here? Big wad of keys. Many of which I don't know what they go to. But I'm going to, right now, find out. This one right here, this little tiny key ring has exactly the keys I want. That's excellent. I'll pick up my notebook on the way down. Screw it, I'm gonna smoke that last cigarette. Then I won't have any, which is good. I'll be safer. Oh, I didn't hook up my stuff to charge yet, did I? That's real dumb. Dang it, I don't have my list still. All right, that's it. We're mobile. Get this, get this. Why are we mobile? I haven't done the things up here I'm supposed to do. Oh, man. I need to clear off better recharging stations too, but I'm moving anyway. I'll set them up down there. Screw it. Okay, so I've got keys. I'll get a list. P, God damn it. It does bum me out that not even one person I know of, as a result of my videos or things I've written, has actually built a pea garden. They're so obvious. They could build these in camping places, although somebody would probably take a dump in them. That's one of the biggest problems with any kind of system is that they're reliant on people to be responsible. If people act as they do in the normal world, they will destroy any attempt that the world makes to improve itself. We are out. We are outgunned. We're out financed. But I'll tell you this: there's a lot of people in the world living in pretty tough conditions, and if we can get every innovation that everybody else that lives in tough conditions to get implemented there, and we can make it a very popular thing to do, you know, like there's still certain classes of people who are all proud because they waste so much money on clothing and fashion and everything like that. Am I coming up here again? Probably. Maybe not. Maybe I'm all set to go. Grab my day pack. Close it up. I hope this works. I did not personally test out the connection to the lodge because it wasn't convenient at the time. So, I need to do that. Okay. Exactly. God damn. I'm not a good smoker. I'm a terrible smoker. I know I look ridiculous too. I'm quite aware of that. Some people tell me that kind of thing, and it's like, yeah, I know. You know, to most people right now, either look disgusting, and or where's my fucking light? It's on the porch. And or ridiculous, or whatever insults. I don't know. I'm sure you could think up lots of them. They're easy to think up. Stick one of these in over here. Well, I almost got my video camera working again. That's handy. Maybe I should take that with me. I think I should. Get some shots of the dudes doing some plant stuff. All right. The problem here is everything's so far apart that walking back, if you forget something, I mean, it's 200 yards there, 200 yards back. That's 800 yards. No, it's 400 yards. Plus, I'll, have to probably do it multiple times a day. So you can easily, just walking from building to building here, easily walk a few kilometers a day. Adds up real quick. And it should. Oh, there's my candles. I almost forgot those. Good. Okay. The light I just plugged in was left on sometime during the night. It was so weak that I left it on. There we go. It's off now. That'll help it charge better. I'll need to make a dog bed down there somewhere, and it'll probably be right next to my bed. Luckily, she's not a very dirty dog. I think I should have a bag of dog food that's just for Frida down at the lodge. And that she goes outside, and she comes inside for a special feeding, and then I can monitor how much food she eats, too. Because I want her to get a little bit fatter, and she is a very young dog, so it's okay she's thin. It's fine. But I want to make always sure she's getting as much nutrition as she needs. Uh-oh. Just found something rather interesting. I wondered where I put that. Easy to lose stuff around here. There's too much stuff. All right. You ready? Okay. I wonder if I have toilet paper down there. I don't even know. Okay. Let us cruise. Let us cruise onward. And how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? I will take with me A little solar charger. Maybe that will be useful to me. All right. I know it seems ridiculous that I just don't, grab my shit and walk out of here, but I've been living in this building for well over a year, probably over a year and a half. And, you know, a lot of stuff to figure out. All right, I think we're finally ready. Where's my hat? My hat is probably where it's supposed to be. The sweater goes down there to get cleaned. I think I'll just soak it in something. My friend told me I should soak it in soap and then just gently squeeze it out because I don't want to ruin the alpaca. I don't take the alpaca to the laundry because they'll ruin it. In general, they don't. I don't know, maybe I could talk with them and ask them if they're able to wash stuff by hand, but I can do it here. I mean, if all I got to do is soak it in some soap in a bucket, and I got lots of buckets, then put it in the sun, spray it with a little alcohol. I'm not sure if that would destroy the fibers, but okay. So let's put this on there so no mice get into it. Mice like my house. Oh, yep, we're going. That's the sound of us going. Actually, she was interested in the sound of the pan because she thinks I'm going to make another sandwich probably. Okay, has she eaten today? I could bring down with me a can of tuna fish. That's my favorite snack to give her. I don't know if I have any. Yep, I do. One can of tuna fish for the tiny dog. I wonder if I have a dog dish down there. Damn. There we go. All right. And we're mobile. That was not so bad. Yeah. Where did I put that solar thing? I must have been out by the solar oven. Arr, arr, arr. Oh, I didn't bring the video camera. God damn it. Okay. Gotta do it. Just out here, honey. Frida gets left here a lot during the day because the dogs go play, but she gets very excited when they come back. Right now, she just wants to be near me, which I like. I made coffee. Where the fuck is the coffee? I want more coffee. God damn. Where's my coffee cup? Oh, man. I left my hat out here, too. I need a different hat. Arg, 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 arg. Okay. Hat. What's the other thing? Oh, coffee cup. God, I just can't get out of here. All right. Here's my coffee cup right here. Probably brought in here when I was making a sandwich. Maybe I'll have one little cup of coffee before I go. Pretty soon I'll be having coffee back in the lodge. Wouldn't that be nice? Keep a low fire going during the evening. Try and rekindle it in the morning. Well, that's difficult to do. They usually go out. So, what am I doing? All right. Oh, notebook. Yeah, notebook. All right. We got too much stuff in my pockets. Here we go. All right. I think I'm finally ready, except that I now have a hot cup of coffee I don't want to walk around with. Hi, little dog licking my leg. What a cutums. Pretty sure her licking my leg is a sign of affection. She licks her favorite dogs in the face. I don't like her to lick me in the face, so I don't really allow for that much. Well, I could bring a bottle of alcohol down. God damn, my pockets are just filling up. Okay. It's like going hiking, just to go down to another building. That's why every place needs to be fully stocked up. Okay, I've got a pen, got the notebook. Wait a minute, is that my pen over there? I'm leaving my pen here. Where's a good pen? This pen's great. All right, I'm ready. Fuck. Okay. Well, pretty soon I'll be waking up in the lodge, and I'll get everything I need there. And there's a lot of stuff I need these days just to survive. Everything down there's still kind of dirty. It's been cleaned multiple times, but after rats and bats living there a lot, it's still gross. Yum. What picture is that? Oh, I brought up another one. That's right. Which will probably now migrate back down to the lodge. Okay, well, that's it. I'm out. Have a nice morning. I don't know what day it is. Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. Mid December, early December, somewhere between the two.